Let's get it. Let's get it. How to eat to lose 50 pounds. How to eat to lose 50 pounds. Final discipline walk of the week. Let me get my clients on here. How to eat to lose 50 pounds. I'm about to break down the exact way you need to eat if you want to lose 50 pounds, man. So once you hop into this, comment, let me know you here. You send this message. Let me get the message, the link to the live stream cracking. I'm going for this, my daily discipline walk. I got a good 15,000 steps in yesterday. Went to see Spider-Man. That movie needs to be studied. What a movie. All right, let me see what a live link is. Hopefully y'all can see me clear. What a movie. Yeah, we good. All right, microphone on. We good. We good. All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Get in this Facebook group to make sure I post there. Once y'all hop in this stream, man, comment in the chat box. There we go. There we go. All right, let me know once y'all in the stream, man. I just sent the message to my clients. They should be hopping on here. What's good? Who here? Who here with me? Who here with me? All right, so I'm gonna get into the topic here in just a second. I'm live every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. CST, daily discipline walk. Each day a new topic. Each day I'm coaching, doing what I do best. Coaching on how I help brothers optimize their discipline and ultimately lose this damn weight. Comment once you in here every day, 9 a.m. CST, 10 a.m. EST. All right, so the topic of the day, man, and I've been coaching for 10 years. I'm going to always refer to that so you understand I know what I'm talking about. How you need to eat to lose 50 pounds. So understand something, man. Good morning. Let's get it, Vince, DOE. I want you to understand that losing weight is very easy. Everybody should know that. It's easy, but keeping it off, that's the thing that is nearly impossible for most people. Now, the reason why it's impossible is because what you have to understand is the habits, actions, and behaviors that you have developed over time. That is the real problem. The real problem is the habits, actions, and behaviors that you have developed over time. So if you are 50 pounds overweight, and again, don't hang on to this 50-pound number. It's whatever number you are, right? It could be 13 pounds overweight for your liking, that is, right? Let's say I only want to lose 13 pounds, right? Whatever habits, actions, and behaviors that have led for you to be, I'm using middle ground, 33 pounds. 33 pounds overweight. You have developed certain patterns. Diet. That whole mindset is, yo, I'm going to start this thing, but I'll stop it once I lose the weight. Well, by you stopping it, once you lose the weight, you're going to go back to the same habits, actions, and behaviors that caused the weight problem. And that's what makes this so scary. Like, that's what you have to understand. is my actual behavior, right? How do I actually eat? How do I actually drink, especially when I'm bored or when I'm stressed out? And that's why it's so hard to fix this weight problem. Now, inside of this video, I am going to tell you what you must do, whether you are a client of mine, and these are things that I talk about every week, every day sometimes, or you just a man on the internet, you stumbled across this video. This is what you have to understand about food. Food is everywhere for every reason. That's why this is so hard. Someone's born, we eat. Someone passes away, we eat. Someone get married, we eat. Someone get a divorce, we eat. Someone get a job, we eat and drink. Someone lose a job, we eat and drink. It's Monday, we eat and drink. It's Sunday, we eat and drink. Food is everywhere, which is why majority of the population is overweight. And this is why 73%, 3 out of every 4 black men are overweight or obese, because it's everywhere. And on top of that, we grew up conditioned to eat a certain way. We are conditioned to eat fried foods. We are conditioned to eat corner. We grew up at, like, corner stores was a everyday, twice a day part of the diet. KFC bucket, every day a part of the diet. McDonald's dollar menu, when that dropped, every day a part of the diet. So right now, you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, and we have to reverse the damage. And in order to reverse the damage, it's not that you need a diet plan, because I promise you, you don't. What you need is rules that stop the behavior that's causing the damage. For me, and for the men inside of my discipline club, this is called the DC3. The 3 food rules to lose 50 pounds, reverse the damage from food addictions, boredom, and the way that we've been conditioned to eat since birth. It's 3 rules, and each rule has a specific thing that it does. And I'm actually share the screen of my discipline hub so you can see these rules yourself and what these rules will do if you follow them. All right, let's get to the discipline hub. Let's get to the DC3. All right, let me share this screen because I'm about to show you the power of these rules. So this is my 3 food rules right here. This is what I call the DC3, the 3 food rules to reversing the damage from weight gain, from bad food habits. So rule number 1, no sugary drinks whatsoever. And when I say no, I mean the only time I drink sugar is a fruit smoothie. So not even juicing, because juicing removes the fiber. Outside of that, I do not drink sugar. I drink water, lemon water, sparkling water, all the different types of zero water, 0 calorie energy drinks. I'm drinking a Bang right now. 0 calorie pop. Black coffee with not black, I put a little cream in it and stevia, right? Even with my tea, I don't use honey, I use stevia. By eliminating sugar, drinking sugar from your diet, you're going to be cutting out anywhere from 150 to 500 calories a day. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, no BS processed foods, which this is the big rule. This is the rule that does the most damage. It's the chips, the cookies, the candy, the pop, the processed snacks, right? The artificial, the fake foods that we have created specifically to cut costs and to feed people's taste buds. The Little Debbie cakes, right? This rule causes the most damage, so it's responsible for the most progress. 300 to 1,000 calories a day. Depending on how bad your relationship with food is. We can eat 1,000 calories in one setting, and that's not even hard to do. That's a big number, but it's so easy to do. And then finally, no eating after 9 p.m. No eating after 9 p.m. because there's nothing going into your body after 9. When you combine these 3 rules on the low end, you're cutting almost 2,000 calories out of your diet. On the high end, depending on how bad your relationship with food is, you could be cutting 4,000 calories out of your diet on a day-to-day basis. So these are the 3 food rules to losing 50 pounds. Now, again, this isn't, Splenda is okay as well, Demetrius. Splenda is perfectly fine. Splenda is okay, right? Splenda is okay. I prefer stevia, but again, as long as it's 0, it's okay. Now, with these rules, man, again, this is not a diet. This is a habit. These are behaviors. So anytime you catch me drinking some on one of my streams, it's going to be 0. Very little calories. I'm drinking a bank. It's going to be 0. I got my water right next to me, right? So that's the first rule. How is popcorn, like Skinny Pop, microwave? That's perfect. Popcorn is perfectly fine, Vince, right? Popcorn is a health food. It's perfectly fine. Even like the regular, because popcorn isn't going to do that much damage now unless you binge eat it, which we all have done, right? You sitting there, especially at the movies. I went to see Spider-Man yesterday, which was phenomenal. Boy, did I max that, but I always get a small. When I buy myself, I get a small, right? Because I am going to eat the whole bucket. So I'm going to get me a small. All right, let me adjust my camera. I don't like it's not centered enough. There we go. All right, so these 3 food rules I built after years of coaching, right? After years of programming diets. I used to program custom diets and all of that. No, because that's not the issue. We all know how to eat. What causes the weight gain is eating too much of the wrong thing. So when you cut these things, when you cut these foods out of your diet, your weight is going to start to fall off the bone. I promise you that the weight will just start to fall off. And that is what we actually want to do. Because when you cut all of this junk food out of our diet and these bad habits, now I have no choice but to put the right things into my body, right? Because these are the only options. If I'm not drinking juice, then I'm going to drink more water. So I don't even have to tell you to drink more water. I just have to tell you to stop drinking juice and pop. You got to drink something. So automatically your water intake goes up. When I program and I say, yo, stop eating processed and BS foods, well, you got to eat. You still have to eat to stay alive. So now we're making better food choices without even thinking. And when I tell you not to eat out, eat late, now I'm controlling when I actually put things into my body. Inside of Discipline Club, we fast from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. every single day. So these are the 3 food rules that I program, coach, and mentor my clients on following, and I live by. I've been following these 3 food. I can't even remember the last time I had a real pop. I cannot remember the last time I had juice. Outside of if it was in a Long Island when I was out and I just so happened to get a Long Island or a margarita, which those specific alcohol beverages are few and far in between. When I actually go to drink alcohol, it's an old fashioned, it's a Manhattan, right? It's still minimal processed artificial fake sugar. Because what does that sugar do? It gets into your blood, it converts into glucose, it causes insulin resistance. We can go all day. When you are drinking sugar, you're drinking type 2 diabetes in a bottle. So this is how you need to eat, and this is for anyone. All right? Comment in the chat box if you got more questions. Vince, you got any more questions? Whoever's on here, what other questions do you have? Please comment in the chat box if you got other questions. Comment with whatever other questions around food. I'll answer them before we hop off of here. But these are my 3 rules, man. You do not need some crazy strict diet. We don't meal prep. We don't calorie count. And we track these rules every single day inside of my club, right? We track these rules every single day. Actually, let me pull it up and I'm going to show how we track. All right, let me pull this up. Diet Coke is perfectly fine. All right, I have me a Diet Coke once every day, maybe every other day. I have me a Diet Coke. All right, let me share this screen. I'm gonna show y'all how we track. All right, so I'll just pull up one of my members, and bam, this is how I help men build discipline. All right, that's simple. All right, the goal is to track these 3 food rules every single day, and as the weeks go, that weight just start dropping. All right, let me show y'all what Andre's result is. Let's go. Where was he? Right, July 18th, 253. Where we at now? He was even higher than this. Still down. August. Oh, that's July. I don't have his. Let me go 6 months. There we go. 288. March 15th. 3 food rules, movement every day. We down to 246. Just like that. Just like that, fellas. Just like that. That's what happens when you follow the 3 food rules. Is juicing bad even in moderation? Juicing isn't bad per se, Vince, but it's a lot of sugar without the fiber. So that's why smoothies are better, because you still have the fiber in the smoothie. So juicing by itself, no. But the better form is smoothies. Flavored syrup and coffee 1 to 2 times a week. I'm just trying to find boundaries. There zero tolerance, zero. So Vince, good questions, brother. Get the sugar-free version of the pump, of the flavored coffee. Get the sugar-free, right? Starbucks has it. It's at Walmart, Target, Meijer. Get the sugar-free pump. Great questions. So yeah, brother, I literally, there's so many different substitutions that I literally live by 0-calorie beverages. So even with the coffee, they got that sugar-free. They got the sugar-free caramel. They got the sugar-free chocolate. They got vanilla. They got a bunch of them. Good questions, brother. Good questions. So yes, Diet Coke is okay. Juicing, I still prefer smoothies, right? That's the only actual sugar that I intake, and that's because it still has the fiber and the nutrients. When you juice, you take a lot of the you take all the fiber out and a lot of the nutrients as well, because of course you're taking out the fiber. But again, it's not life or death. Of course, juicing isn't life or death, brother, by any means. But again, I do still prefer to stick to the 0 unless it's fruit smoothie. That is my major exception. Outside of that, it's so many different substitutions that I still stick to the 0. Good questions, man. Good questions. I appreciate the questions. All right. Any other questions before we hop off here? I will be live again Monday, 9 a.m. CST. I will be live again on Monday. All right, good work, fellas. Good work. Another daily discipline walk, talk and walk, walk and talk. We back live Monday, 9 a.m. CST. Feel free to go watch some of the other videos on my channel. Make sure you are subscribed if you have not. And we'll be back on Monday. All right, DOE. DOE.